I request everybody to stand up.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Everybody, please be seated. Esteemed Chief Guest, Mr. Balakumar Tangavel, Honorable Principal Dr. B.L. Shivakumar, SRCAS, Respected Director Dr. Bamani Rajasekaran, Department of MBA and MSW, beloved faculty members, and my dear student friends, a warm welcome to one and all present here in this prestigious event, an international conference on sustainable development goals, issues, strategies, and the way forward.
Department of MBA MSW jointly organizing this conference on knowing the international call action, fight poverty, safeguard our environment. The objective includes fresh concerns like innovation, sustainable consumerism, political stability, and we're motivated by the success of the Millennium Development Goals. We welcome all the participants from different backgrounds for our international conference and feel happy to get have here all the views, ideas, concepts related to. Thank you. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite of all the darkness. The place where light and dark begin to touch is where miracle arrives. May I now request all our dignitaries to light the lamp. Thank you, dignitary. Now I request all the dignitaries to take up the die.
In the face of impossible odds, people who love the state can change it. May I now request each one of you to raise up for Tamil Thai Varthu.
We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power inside ourselves already. We have the better power to imagine better. May I now request our beloved Director, Department of MBA and MSW, Dr. Bhamini Rajashri, ma'am, to deliver the welcome.
This is the need of the hour. In 2015, the UN has initiated, we are making our way forward towards this. But somehow, somewhere down the line, it's been noticed that we need to do more work regarding this. And this is the motive behind organizing the conference, so as to welcome the views from the wider audience from the academic. At the outset, it gives me immense pleasure to invite Mr. Balakumar Thangavelu from Cognizant. He is the India Head Outreach for Employee Volunteering CSR, and he is also the Global Head for ESG. Welcome you, sir. We felt that he is the apt person to be with us here today for this conference on sustainable development goals, and that's the reason we have invited him. It's really a great honor for us to listen to him today during the keynote address. Welcome you once again, sir. I also welcome our beloved Principal and Secretary, Dr. B.L. Shivakumar, who is the pillar of strength behind all our initiatives, not just in words, but also in deeds, and the strength and moral support that he gives each one of us here. Welcome you, sir. I welcome Mr. Dr. Prem Anand, who is with us today. He is the co-convener for today's conference. I invite the other co-conveners, Dr. Amsaveni, and the coordinators, Dr. Divya, Dr. Merslin Anita, and Ms. Priyadarshini from the MSW department. I also welcome the organizing team. It also gives me immense pleasure to welcome the head of BSc Cognitive Systems, Dr. Krishna Priya, and Dr. Nagaprakash, who's our faculty, Ms. Carolyn, who's outside, she is taking care of the registration, Dr. Maithili, Dr. Farida, and all our other faculty, Dr. Madhula, Ms. Lydia, who is not here because she's sick. So welcome you all. And I also take immense pleasure in inviting and welcoming all the participants from the outside colleges who have taken keen interest and presented papers in this area. And this is a lesser explored area so far, but seeing so much of response from the outside participants, it tells us that, okay, we are in the right direction, and this is what is needed nowadays. To give you a brief about the participants from outside, we have received papers from UK, from US, and from Italy, and all of which are quality papers that will help in furthering the initiative of SDG. From within India, we have received from far north, a lot of colleges have participated and they've sent their papers. Since they will not be here offline, so what we have done is we have arranged for an online event that will be happening where they can present the papers. And for now, we will have the keynote address from Mr. Balakumar Thangavelu, and the special address will be from Dr. Kabali, who is working on the technology and SDGs. That will happen at 12:15 today. So with this brief note about the conference, I take immense pleasure in welcoming all the students from outside as well as my own students from MBA and MSW. Hope we all together work towards, furthering the goals of UN SDG. Thank you.
Ma'am.
Many eyes go through the meadow, but few see the flowers in it. They grow back even after they are stepped on. So will we. May I now request Ms. Vaishnavi of First MBA to offer a gratitude to our esteemed chief guest of the day. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vaishnavi.
A little progress odds up to big result. As a step forward, here we are showing our presence, national conference, great support of our. May I now request our respected principal, Dr. B.L. Shivakumar, deliver the presentation.
Morning. First, I would like to thank accepting our invitation. Did Shekaran team for choosing the right topic. Sustainable development. What I understood, make it very simple. How efficiently we are going to use for us, how much for the future is the biggest challenge. We have plenty of resources. All the resources can't use for. Need to think about the future. To keep it, as Madam put it in 2015, nation they've come with 17 goals. Such goal, no hunger. Want the entire human being world need to sleep, zero poverty. Want all to be financially good. Clean energy. Yes, no doubt. Take our all our building, whether you know it, generate more energy. We give back to. But here, question: what will happen to the cell after? How we are going to address it? When I was in a school, I never thought one time we were young. Wherever we go, we pay to see for the water. We pay 3 rupees. Drink and waste. Again, the goal, sustainable development. Hope this conference bring lot of ideas. Yes, future. Just few words to thank the department for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. A room without a book is like a body without a soul. They are uniquely portable magic. Keep reading. It's one of the most marvelous adventures that anyone can have. I, on behalf of SRCAS, feel proud to announce the release of our international conference proceedings, ICON 2022, by a respected principal. Please, sir. Thank you, sir.
Success doesn't come from what we do occasionally, it comes from what we do. As a token of inspiration, I would like to call upon Ms. of First MBA to introduce our Honorable Chief, Mr. Balakumar, His Glory.
Good morning, everyone. I take immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Balakumar Thangavelu, Head of India for Cognizant Outreach, the employee volunteering function of Cognizant CSR. He holds BE in Mechanical Engineering, MBA in HR, and MSc in Applied Psychology, pursuing his doctorate right now. After spending initial few years of work at Chennai and Coimbatore, he moved to USA for work. After 5 years of living in US, he turned and resumed work at Cognizant Coimbatore. He started volunteering by doing career guidance sessions and have done sessions close to 7,000 plus students. Based on the passion he built towards volunteering and giving back to society, he took a full-time role in Cognizant CSR and leading the India Outreach Program. Now, I invite you to take over the session, sir.
again. Am I audible? Tila? பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கு. Alert-ஆ இருக்கணும். So currently I work with Cognizant. This is my Cognizant. Played variety of roles. Java developer. Currently I head, which is of your about CS. Corporate social. அப்படின்னா என்னது? What do you say? Yeah. Pass on some mic. Very. Anybody else? Any other version? What is corporate social responsibility? Lead the principles. Anybody has their answer?
John. Net profit of 2 meant for social responsibility. Term called corporate responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, principal sir, he addressed, right? He said, what is that you are responsibly consuming today? What is that you are going to leave back to the generation? The lead. I don't know how many. Corporate social. In companies act of. India is the first country in the world. India is the first country in the world to bring to law that a company grows and grows and grows. There is a criteria, three criteria that they have given. The company makes 500 crores of revenue or 1,000 crores asset or of profit, the 3 financial year. அவங்களுடைய ஓவரால் ப்ராஃபிட்ல இருந்து 2% திருப்பி தரணும். ஏன் திருப்பி தரணும்? They are working hard, they are earning money. Why should they? First, can you put down all your cell phones? Put in silent mode and put it into your phone. I want to make it interactive. I want to make your time here. Next 20-30 minutes, if I'm to speak, be blank. Just understand there will be some. இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு நம்பிக்கையில் இருக்கு. இங்கே ஒரு பக்கம் எங்கே ஒரு டைமில் யூஸ். How many of dog millionaire? Slumdog Millionaire மூவி பார்த்தது இல்லையா? ஏஆர் ரஹ்மான் ஆஸ்கர் வாங்கியிருக்காரா? அது எவ்வளோ பேருக்கு தெரியும்? கை நல்லா தூக்கலாம். நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியுது. அவர் எதுக்கு ஆஸ்கர் வாங்கினார் தெரியுமா? Slumdog. இந்த பாட்டு கேட்டிருப்போம், ஜெய் ஹோ பாட்டு. இந்த படம் பாருங்க. So much of relevance. So the story behind is that who wants to be a millionaire? உங்களில் யார் ஒரு கோடியா? நீங்களும் வெல்லலாம் ஒரு கோடி. தமிழ் வருஷன். Who wants to be a crorepati? அமிதாப் பச்சன் நடத்தார் இல்லையா? அந்த ஒரு காம்படிஷன். He'll win million, but How will he answer all those questions? Every instance in his life will have an answer. If reflect பண்ணிருப்பான் இது எனக்கு நடந்துக்குங்கிறதுக்காக ஒவ்வொன்று. So today what you are going to listen and learn today could be helpful. So just be blank. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச விஷயம் தான், நான் ஏன் செல்ஃபோனில் யாராவது மெசேஜ் put it down. 20 minutes. Somebody is hiding you, come to the front. கொஞ்சம் ஃபோன் பார்த்துட்டீங்கன்னா கமெண்ட் பண்ணாலும் எனக்கு அது ப்ரொஃபஸராக இல்லை எனக்கு. ஆனால் telling so always have that extra territory. Hours போர்டில் திரும்பி எழுதிட்டு இருப்பாங்க, டெஸ்கில் யார் பேசுனாங்க. இப்போ முடியாது, பட் எங்கள் டைம்லலாம் கரெக்டாக அந்த சாக் பீஸோ இல்லை டஸ்டரோ வந்து மூஞ்சில் விழுகும். இப்போ அது நடக்கிறது வாய்ப்பு இல்லை, பட் உங்கள் ஸ்கூல்ஸில் யாராவது நீங்கள் அது மாதிரி வாங்கியிருந்தீங்கன்னா ஞாபகம் இருக்கும். நீங்கள் இன்னைக்கு சந்தோஷப்படுவீங்க. Guys, listen to me. Last close. Okay? Okay, va? Get into the session. வந்து இப்போ பிபிடி எல்லாமே பேசலாம். ஏன் பிபிடி அப்படின்னா ஒரு ஆங்கருக்காக தான். So corporate social responsibility, like I said, India is the first country 2014 வந்து introduced as a law. Global companies started coming in after decision growing. Company எடுத்துக்கிறோம்னா the company வந்து when it starts growing, all who can, all of you can understand Tamil, mix of Tamil. So corporate social responsibility வந்து லாவா கொண்டு வந்தது. ஏன்னா அது அவுட் சைட் கம்பெனி. Philanthropy was part of our institution, our trust. At Ramakrishna just run the industries, just made profit and then grown bigger and bigger. But they formed a trust. They're like, we'll to the community, we'll give healthcare to the community. Ramakrishna Hospital. So philanthropy was there, part of it. Coimbatore icons that we can talk about. More than 50% of their asset is given back to the company. Even take their net, 50% that part of that. But when a lot of corporates started, so வந்தாங்க. Water, air was used. Corporates, companies in the world coming. Again, I brought it into a law. 2% of your net profit for the community cost. Value of India as we speak. 2021 financial year, 2% community திருப்பி கொடுக்க வேண்டிய companies வேண்டிய பணம் 24,000 crores, 2% money that supposed to give back to community. Top company group 2% அவங்க திரும்ப கொடுக்க வேண்டிய 2% crores they are supposed to give back to the community. That is now percent. ஸோ ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் இருக்கிற முன்னாடி have to hide. உங்ககிட்ட இருந்து 2% கேட்கல. Put on your cell phone. Think critic. உலகம் அழிஞ்சிரும். இப்போ அர்ஜென்ட் கால் வந்துட்டே இருக்குதுன்னா ஸோ சார் பரவாயில்ல சார் ஃப்ரீயாக ஓகே ஹேப்பன்ஸ் அங்கே இருந்தேன் understand, but I just thought that there is something relevant I'm speaking and I would want all of you to listen. Okay? So 25,000 crores of money is out there. Corporates are adopting. என்ன மாதிரி பண்ணலாங்கிறதையும் கவர்மெண்ட் சொல்லிடுச்சு. What is that you should do? நீ நினைச்ச மாதிரி நீ போயிட்டு ஏதாவது ஒரு பில்டிங் கட்டலாமா, நினைச்ச மாதிரி எது வேணாலும். So Schedule 7 in Indian company clearly given 12 provisions. Education, environment, sports, PM care, disaster relief. So அந்த மாதிரி lot of 12 categories have been given. So அந்த categories தான் கொடுக்க முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறது. Yes. So அந்த CSR cognizant, that's what CSR, I want all of you to know about CSR. We'll move on to the next slide. So this talks about internation. So how many of you give some about background of direct SDGs paper ready பண்ணிட்டு present பண்ணி publish பண்ணணும் papers. I just lot of interesting talk. That right? Background about World War II happened, right? War was towards group of countries, consortium all formed so that no more world wars should come in this அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக ஃபார்ம் பண்ணது. நம்ம எல்லாரும் ஒரு குரூப்பாக ஃபார்ம் ஆகி இனிமேல் வேர்ல்டு வாரே இது மாதிரி அப்படின்னு is the forming 95 93 members. So moving on to SDGs, time and other countries safe. In 1992 when it happened in Rio de Janeiro, actually formed the agenda. So adila vandu the focus was to improve lives and protect environment. 21 to protect human lives and environment. All the members. So next is September 2020. Actually the Millennium Summit happened in New York, and they adopted 8 Millennium Development Goals. That time the focus was to reduce extreme poverty by 20. So next is that's when the UN General Assembly 2015 and that's when sustainability evolved, and it is actually blueprint for peace, prosperity and people and planet now for the future. Can make so this is sustainable 2015 la that said like all have achieved, all members particular achieve. Now, I don't want you to so I'm going to share a story right now, and I want all of you to listen. Memory power very young. Listen to me. Every point is critical. I'll pick anybody in this room to repeat that story. The story அப்படியே repeat பண்ணணும். Anybody in this room. Okay? ரெடியா? இதுக்கு நான் ஒரு ஸ்டோரி சொல்றேன். I want all of you to repeat that story. No, all of us na chorus வேணும். Handpick 2 people. I want you to repeat the story. Ready? கொஞ்சம் பேர் தான் ரெடினா அப்போ கொஞ்சம் பேர் தான் கேட்டிருக்கீங்க. Guys in that, in the whole group, ரெடியா இருந்தா நான் பிக் பண்ண போறேன். இருக்கிறவங்க யாரோ ஒருத்தர் தான் சொல்ல போறேன். Okay? How this story goes. So here is how this story goes. There is stage, okay, listening. தான் ஸ்டோரி சொல்றேன் அதுக்குள்ளார அது கேட்கும் அரசியல் பேசு. So okay, here is how the story goes. So Raj, there used to be a person called Raj. He was living in a village, coming from a very poor family. He could not even afford 3 meals a day. Because of not able to afford 3 meals a day, he was going through a lot of beyond the poverty that he was going through, still made it. He had a sister. Her name is Sita. This person named Sita. Raj, she did not go. Well, she did. The village had a lake, helped her mom in all the household things. Goes to the lake to fetch water. She goes to the nearby forest to pick firewood. Helps her mother. This Raj completed his schooling successfully because it was education. He was not sure what he can. Heard about a vocational training program that came to his village, nearby his village. Vocational training program, you all should be aware. Bakery and tuition, culinary program, bakery and training program. So Raj joined training offered by government. Then thought set up his own bakery unit. So he created ஒரு தனியா அவரே படிச்சு முடிச்சுட்டு ஒரு பேக்கரி வச்சிட்டார். And in his bakery it was growing because it was giving quality. He wanted to deploy a lot of people from the disadvantaged community. The gramathil person with disability, economically poorer. Employment for a lot of disability. He also was very conscious that he will buy all raw materials from within the community and not from. So டவுனுக்கு போயிட்டு ஹோல்சேல் கடையில் ஒரு மிளகாப்பொடி வேணும்னா ஊரில் கிராமத்தில் யாருக்கிட்டே இருந்து வாங்க கன்சியூமிங். And one of his core mantra in his bakery was no food waste. Nobody should waste food. He was very particular about that. He was conscious about the environment also. He said he will, நம்ம காலேஜில் பண்ணியிருக்க மாதிரி solar panels use. Very conscious that not going to harm the in any way in terms of climate pollution. And he was growing his business big time. The whole villagers started looking at him. He thought, நம்ம பெரிய ஆள் ஆகிட்டு நிறைய சம்பாதிக்கிறோம், why not we give back to community? அதாவது திருப்பி தரலாமா அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டு வில்லேஜஸை கூப்பிட்றாரு. வில்லேஜஸில் கொஞ்சம் ட்ரவுட். He said, நம்ம ஒரு புது லேக் கிரியேட் பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லி they are all like together they are starting digging லேக் உருவாக்குறாங்க. லேக் மழை வந்துடுது ஃபார்ச்சுனேட்லி, நல்ல எண்ணங்கள்லாம். Lake gets filled and people in the village started fishing or industry. And then he also funded somebody for poultry, cattle and other people. Then somebody was growing in poultry, growing in fishing and all of this. Now the whole village became happy because everybody started. And moral of the story is, ஒன்றுபட்டால் உண்டு வாழ்வு. So all of them partnered together. He did not grow, partnered the whole company. Who wants to repeat? I want people to come and share this. நான் இவ்வளோ நேரம் சொல்லியிருக்கேன், முன்னாடியே சொல்லிட்டேன், நான் திரும்ப. I want 2 people to share. Come forward, it's an opportunity. Yeah. You can come front. Come front. Second person. ஏதாவது பாயிண்ட் விட்டாங்கன்னா, I want you can add to this.
Very good morning to one and all gathered here. I'm Anukirtana from KPR College, and I'm here to share a story. What Sir said. There is a village, and there stayed a very poor man or youngster, Raj, and he had a sister, Sita, and he was a very poor man. He is in the situation that he cannot feed him the 3 from the morning, afternoon, and the evening. But since there is some government schools, so he has joined in and he has completed his schoolings also. Sister Sita, she can't complete it because in the villages they won't make the women to study, so she has not completed her studies. And after completing, that boy Raj, he received some vocational courses like bakery and some other, and he had trained himself in that, and he had also started to grow.
Pause. She missed anything? சொல்லுங்க, if she missed anything, come on, add to her. At what point? Forward.
Morning. Help a mother fetch water.
Go ahead, continue.
He is not only interested that he only wants to grow, he wants that village also to grow. So he collected all the raw materials from that same village, and he had used to grow the business
Miss
with
side
it.
come.
And
And his goal is not to waste food. That is his goal.
And then
After that, he had become a very good businessman, and he has also included some other his village partners to include in his business, and he has also planned to build a lake in his villages with the help of some other villages in their village. But during that time, he was a little well developed, but other villages were not much developed. So he had added help from some other villages, and he started to build the lake, as that sometimes very good persons are there in the same village. So there was a rain, and the lake was filled, and everyone started growing cattle, and the fishing is also done. So everyone became rich, and the village is also grown, developed.
what was fantastic?
Effie Angel.
Of applause. கோர்வையா யாராவது சொல்ல முடியும்? Voice. So, 05 is want to give equal opportunity.
One and all. Raj. Had a sister called Sita. Raj had study as a girl. Raj was the household works. Then Raj, no, so the government offered some courses, like culinary courses offered, and so Raj joined that, and then he had a passion because he learned, started once he started village members because all craft etc. And he offering some money to the village. All united started building cakes, started growing by little. It was not waste food.
Did she cover all points? That is story சொன்னோம். கவர் பண்ணிட்டாங்களா எல்லாம்? மிஸ் ஆயிருக்கா? வாய்ஸ் மிஸ் ஆயிருக்குன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்க சொல்லியிருக்கீங்களா? சொல்லுங்க. Want to come and repeat this story one last time, okay? So your good name? Anasa. So much. So thank you so much. Big round of applause. So that is a quick bit I want to share. Asked her like, sir, good name ne kekka kudadu. Free name is good. Good. So what is your name? Bad name. Whenever you ask somebody, ask what is your name. Okay, okay, listen, okay. So I want somebody to be on. போயிட்டா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அடுத்த சீனே இருக்கு மெயின் பிக்சரே நீங்க தான்
My pleasure to introduce. I am Abhishek, Hindustan College. I am currently pursuing my MBA degree. ഒരു I don't think so. My English is that much good.
You're speaking fantastic English. Just keep going in English, okay? A little bit of Malayalam we can understand. A little bit of Malayalam we can understand, but not deep Malayalam, okay? Go in English. You're super good. Just feel good, feel calm, take a deep breath. Awesome in English. Much better than me. Feel that. Okay.
They are not.
Okay, I'll maybe interrupt in between. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So Raj coming from a poor family. That's goal number 1. No poverty. Okay. You are telling? Okay. So 02 is zero hunger. That's what the goal. Okay. Next.
Continue his studying because of.
No,
So-
goal 3 is good health and well-being. So because he was not able to have 3 meals a day, guys, all of you listen here. You're governing last 2-3 rows. Are you able to see the screen and what we are talking? Listen here, guys. Okay. 03 is good health and well-being. 3 நேரம் சாப்பிட முடியல அதனால he is going to hospital சொன்னேன் கரெக்டா? So lot of illness. Okay. Next. Even though he was poor, he was
I think
educated.
he
So what
going
is
to
goal 4? Anybody can say? சொல்லுங்க சத்தமா சொல்லுங்க. Manasa, good one. Quality education. He was going to school so he could think and articulate. That's 04. Then?
He had.
Okay. She's a girl, she did not study. She did not go to school. 05 is gender equality. Okay.
And
Okay. Guys, listen in. அவ்வளோதான் நெக்ஸ்ட் 5 மினிட்ஸில் முடிச்சிடும் மீதியே கேட்டிங்கன்னா I am not sure if somebody has explained UN SDGs to you all. So that's the interesting part I wanted to leave today as part of my keynote address. Just keep listening, guys. Okay, go ahead, Avish.
helped her.
Water and sanitation 06. Okay. What did you do? Fetch water and pick firewoods. Affordable and clean energy. She did not use electricity, electric burner, so started using big firewood. Okay. 04 is affordable and clean energy. Then
Somebody didn't.
okay. Decent work and economic growth. That's goal 8. So government gave a vocational training program. He joined. Okay.
He
Okay.
became an for people purchase
Okay. So he set up 09 is about yeah, industries and infrastructure, innovation, industry and infrastructure. Okay, then அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒன்று இருக்கு. That's goal 010. இல்ல அதுக்கு முன்னாடி. What is that? இல்ல அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அதுக்கப்புறம். So reduce inequalities, which is employing, giving opportunity to disadvantaged people, persons with disabilities. So that's goal 10, reduce inequalities. Okay. Next. So 11 is sustainable cities and communities. So he started purchasing all raw materials from the village so that it can make sustainable. Okay. Consumption and production. இது ரொம்ப சின்னதாக இருக்குது, எனக்குமே கொஞ்சம் கிளாரிங்காக தான் இருக்குது. So goal 12 is responsible consumption and production, which means that he said you cannot waste food. So he said in his bakery nobody can waste food. Okay, that's goal 12. Okay. Goal 13 is climate action. He was conscious not to harm the society through his institution or organization. Okay. Then digging a new lake. A new lake. So that's life below water. Okay. And then life on land. What did he do on land? Cattle and poultry. Life on land. Okay. Then sin. Peace and justice. The whole village developed. Whole village was happy. And moral of the story. Fantastic. And what is goal 17? Partnerships. That's all. So the whole day, the whole world is talking about UN SDGs. So I have learned it from one of my colleagues 2 years. Whenever I get, what is this? Hope you all like, you all had some way on your phones with something not interested, but it's okay. Always be a percentage. Not appreciate things, but that is okay. So this is nothing but UN SDGs. We have discussed enough. As target indicators said, goals well defined, every country, every goal has sub-goals. That sub-goal, how to measure that? Progressing, zero poverty, or like no poverty, zero hunger, gender equality, quality education. How could you measure that? How can a country, the 193 member countries, right? Yeah, every measure. Quality education, progress, every measure. What is that number they will track? Every track. It is not just somebody saying that quality education could. So even a document, sustainable goals in a group. Here, we have been doing so 2022 வரைக்கும் report global reports. We can go and see. That's how clarity, so easy, so straight. Our countries will move on. COVID, because of COVID, 2020, 21, 22, dragged the 2030. Keep under the progress. A lot of setback. A couple of setbacks are, in terms of poverty eradication, wiped out more than 4 years of progress and 93 million people to extreme poverty. And prolonged closures, 24 million students are not able to go to school. Study from 75 to 80% students have lost at least one of their learning skills because of long closure of school. So which means that, I'm visiting a lot of schools, hearing from standard, third standard, fourth standard. Today he is in 5th, come to school for 5th grade. Okay? Second standard la paatha paiyan 5th grade vandirukkan. Second standard na solli koduthathe avanukku marandiruchu. But currently the teachers are in a situation where they have to teach their 5th grade syllabus. The government has worked through a bridge course, but look at the difficulty. For a second grade level irukkiradhu something called appropriate proficiency. Age appropriate proficiency appadina aar endha poi ukandha. So that's where the situation current is good. So it's everywhere. College, you guys are lucky that you are back to college. Person college. Currently, when colleges are going and hiring, right? Hiring students. Previous 2 batches, students say that they are a COVID batch. Avangale solranga students, they are a COVID batch and not get a problem with the quality. Presence of different such conflicts. Everything were on. That proud that to look at this numbers, right? 24 million people, 2 years of college school போகாம இருந்திருக்காங்க. Online class attend பண்ண முடிஞ்சவங்க ஓகே. Online class attend பண்ண முடியாம எத்தனை பேர் தெரியுமா? 103 million students were deprived of education for 2 years. So that's the COVID put us back. And immunization, huge drop and rise in deaths of tuberculosis, malaria and any other impact. So COVID was definitely back, pulled us. The 2030 pandradhula just did get back, but next slide. This is SDG India Index and NITI government agency, the responsible agency for measuring progress of each and every state, district, progress. அப்படிங்கிறது NITI SDG பண்ணீங்கன்னா find a beautiful dashboard. You will get to know 04 Tamil Nadu in the level, 05 you'll be able to see that. So all of you, I humbly recommend you that you should definitely go and visit website. And next, the roadmap to survival, taken it from UN SDG nodaya SDG 2022 report la irundhu edutha way forward statement from the team. This is the roadmap to survival. We must adopt low carbon, resilient and inclusive development pathways that will reduce carbon emissions, conserve natural resources, transform our food systems, create better jobs and advance the transition greener and more. This is statement, though COVID has set back, but we all have to start changing our lives, adopting style, day-to-day action. Panna, kandipa this world become peace, safe. There is another point, bring it here. If you might know Ukraine war, right? Ukraine war nala people are displaced. When people are displaced, they are not in their hometown, they are not. So about the fact that people are going through or the situational இதுவார் கோவிட் நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்கவே கூட்டியிருப்போம் நம்ம பக்கத்து வீட்டுக்கு பேச மாட்டோம். For all of us, would have seen few other this என்னென்ன நடக்குது கோவிட்ல யாருமே கெஸ் கூட பண்ணல. drought, famine, flood, all of a sudden பெங்களூர்ல எதிர்பார்க்கவே இல்லை. lot of people. கூடலூர்ல flood September month. You will not, don't see, it's a ripple effect. Okay. So not to the next slide. ஒரு click மட்டும். How many of you know this? I want to end this with this small story. Anybody else? Dodo. How many of you know about the story of Dodo? தெரியாதுல்ல? தெரிஞ்சிருந்தாலும் நான் சொல்லுவேன். So this dodo bird was actually basically living in Mauritius Island, Mauritius Island. So this bird actually associated with a tree. Can you put the next clip? This is called Kalvari tree. So across the globe, this tree currently, right, not growing. So the trees that are there currently across the globe, this Kalvari tree is all like kind of 100 years old. This tree doesn't grow anymore at all. So this tree has fruits, trying to plant that seed from the fruit. Multiple places across the globe. It is not growing at all. Nobody knows why the tree is not. What is its relation? Dodo? So nobody knows. So Dodo வந்து கல்வாரி ட்ரீயோடைய ஃப்ரூட்டை சாப்பிடும். அந்த ஃப்ரூட்டை சாப்பிடும் பொழுது பூப் வழியாக கீழே வரும் பொழுது germination else it not germinate, doesn't germinate at all. So after Britishers invaded Mauritius, started eating dodo as a staple food. Chicken, mutton சாப்பிட்டுட்டே இருந்தாங்க. அதையும் வளர்த்து விடணும், அது ஃபேமிலி டெவலப் ஆகணும்னு பார்க்குறேன். பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம் dodo is no more, extinct. Tree is going to be extinct. இப்போ இருக்கிற கல்வாரி ட்ரீஸ் 100 years old ட்ரீ எல்லாம் செத்துருச்சு. There is trees, ஒரு family of tree going to be no more. And we have dodo right now, and next click is in museum. This is what the leftover of dodo right now. So my message is that all of us have a role to play. This whole world, existence of the world, making it safe, making peace secured for the future generation. All of us have a role to play. Every actions of you. Petrol எவ்வளோ வேகமாக ஓட்டுறீங்க, how you consume your petrol, how you use public transport rather than your individual vehicle, how you turn off your lights at home, everything has a ripple effect. தசாவதாரம் படம் யார் பார்த்தீங்க? There is a theory that is told there. ஒரு எஃபெக்ட் சொல்லுவாங்க, பட்டர்ஃப்ளை எஃபெக்ட். பட்டர்ஃப்ளை எஃபெக்ட் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் இங்கே இன்னைக்கு ஒரு பட்டர்ஃப்ளை ஃப்ளட்டர் பண்ணுச்சுன்னா, flutters its wings here, there could be a tornado or hurricane somewhere in this world. You will not know. That's the effect. So ஒரு இடத்துல நடக்கிற the ripple happening in the world, and it could impact a lot of So be responsible, understand that sustainable development goal is not somebody else. Somebody else has to do it. Corporates பண்ணணும், organizations பண்ணணும், countries பண்ணணும். Not the case. They're measuring. They're an organization. Their bodies to measure what is happening. But sustainable development goal is a goal for every individual. Each one of us have a role to play. Humbly request each to start understanding, start many things. Gender equality la LGBTQ communities நம்ம சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம். How many of you embrace? How many of you know sign language in this? Sign language la good morning சொல்லணும். Do you get to meet hearing impaired people? பார்க்குறோமா? Do you know how to greet them? How to say thank you? Reducing inequalities goal la வந்து that's what we are talking about. We need to be making an inclusive community. Yeah? Basic things. நம்ம வீட்டுக்கு வரோம், ஏடிஎம் போகிறோம், எத்தனை ஏடிஎம்ல ரேம்ப் இருக்குது ஒரு வீல் சேர் இருக்கிறவங்க ஏறுறது. So there are so many things that we can contribute. So I humbly request once again, look into the sustainable. நமக்கு டே டு டே நமக்கு நிறைய நல்ல விஷயங்கள் தோணும். சஸ்டைனபிள் கோல்ஸ் வந்து ஒரு ஃப்ரேம் ஒர்க் கொடுத்துட்டாங்க, ப்ளூ பிரிண்ட் கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. போனால் எல்லாமே கவர். So every water bottles that we use போய் எண்ட் ஆகுது. பிளாஸ்டிக் வேஸ்ட் ஆர் புட் இன்டு sea. ஓஷனுக்குள்ளார ஃபில்டர் பண்ணி எடுத்தா tons and tons and tons of plastics are coming. அதனால அதில் எவ்வளோ உயிர்கள் பாதிக்கும், லைஃப்ஸ். ஸோ மை பாயிண்ட் இஸ் தட் பி ரெஸ்பான்சிபிள், ஆக்ட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிள், think responsible. Each one of us play role to play in this whole world to make it sustainable for us. Again, the opportunity. Wishing you all the best. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your career experience, emphasizing the importance of CSR, SDG, and making it more interactive with our students and participants.
Some gifts are big, some are small, but the ones that come from the heart are the best gifts of all. May I now request our respected director to present a memento to our esteemed chief guest of the day. Thank you, sir.
Hello all. Just ஒரு 2-3 inputs தான். I said like you can start taking actions. So collegesல வந்து NSSல நிறைய camps ஃபார்முலா பண்ணுறாங்க. But you all can start doing your own clubs, work with your faculty members. Start looking at what are the ways that you can make actions to make this world better. Few things that I wanted to emphasize is that I don't know how many of you have LinkedIn profile. All of you start creating your LinkedIn profile. Start following up United Nations. நிறைய பேஜ் பிஹைண்ட் வுட்ஸ், இந்தியா கிளிட்ஸ், நிறைய பேஜஸ் லைக் பண்ணுறோம், ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறோம். ஸ்டார்ட் லுக்கிங் டு பேஜஸ் லைக் யுனைடெட் நேஷன்ஸ், யூனிசெஃப், யுனெஸ்கோ, இதனுடைய பேஜஸ் எல்லாம் பாருங்கள். வேர்ல்டு எக்கனாமிக் ஃபோரம். லேர்ன் டு லேர்ன் so many things that are happening across the world. சின்ன ஸ்னிப்பெட்ஸ் தான் இருக்கும், சின்ன வீடியோ தான் இருக்கும், பட் within few seconds, right, you will learn so many things and you can certain things that you can adopt. So these are like some last things. Even if you're not starting taking actions right now, எனக்கு இப்போ டைம் இல்லை, ஆக்ஷன் பண்ண முடியாதுனாலும் அட்லீஸ்ட் தி ஒன் ரிக்வெஸ்ட் தட் ஐ ஹேவ் இஸ் தட் ஸ்டார்ட் ஃபாலோயிங் யுனைடெட் நேஷன்ஸ் பேஜ், வேர்ல்டு எக்கனாமிக் ஃபோரம் பேஜ், மெக்கன்சி அண்ட் யுனெஸ்கோ, யூனிசெஃப், இந்த ஏஜென்சிஸோட பேஜஸை மட்டும் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்கள். இன் லிங்க்டின், ஆல் ஆஃப் யூ கிரியேட் யுவர் லிங்க்டின் ப்ரொஃபைல், ஆல் ஆஃப் யூர் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் நெட்வொர்க் ஏஜென்சி, அது இட்ஸ் அ பிளாட்ஃபார்ம். கிரியேட் யுவர் பேஜ், follow all these pages, find so much of insights there. It will trigger someday within you and you will start acting. Career opportunities are worldwide. Career opportunities, sustainable development goals, every corporate is supposed to report them, report now. Sustainable development, இப்போ என்னோட கம்பெனியில் நான் எவ்வளோ கார்பன் எமிஷன் பண்ணுறேங்கிறது I should start reporting. People are forced to report. How to do carbon accounting? SNR campusக்குள்ளார கார்பன் அக்கௌண்டிங் யாரும் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, சார் சொன்னார். But how many of you can contribute, come and understand what is the carbon emission that is happening? So there are so many things that you can do, full of opportunity. Want to leave with. So start following those pages, and wishing you all the best.
So, followed by this, next we'll be having our offline technical session. On the spot, the participants who have registered should be going to the CH2 that is opposite to the block. And online registrations participants should stay here. The session will start after 11:30. Till that, you will be having a small refreshment open area library. 15 minutes of break time. Everybody are requested to come back by 11:30. Thank you.